One of the important questions that we face is how are we going to maintain our well-being in the midst of engaging conflict ourselves and helping others engage conflict. And this should be important to all of us as we think about the rough edges of conflict and whether we really want to get engaged. Now, we know that in the church, we like to think of ourselves as fixers. We like to fix things. And it comes out of a great deal of compassion and a great deal of caring. But it creates all kinds of problems. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a hard enough time fixing my own self, much less trying to fix anybody else or their problems. And we think that this is an understanding of a role that we need to get rid of, that should not be a part of the way we look at what we're doing in the work of conflict transformation. We think that our job is to create a space where people can resolve their own conflicts, where they can have conversations to get to a better place together. The image that we have been using is being a mediating presence, not a fixer. And what do we mean by that? That means we have the courage to bring people together with their differences. It means that we do have a responsibility to create the space where people feel that they can tell their stories and they can listen to each other's stories. The space where they can practice the skills that we think are important, these spiritual disciplines of listening for understanding, speaking the truth in love, using our imagination, and moving towards forgiveness in our life together. So they can resolve their own conflicts. And by resolving it themselves, they will own it and feel it's theirs and live out of it. And it's just not only better for them, but it's more sustainable. Just one story, in my mediation practice, I was mediating between mediating a case involving two doctors, and they were at war with each other. They came asking me to help them break up their practice. And I asked one question. It's really the only thing I did. And that was, why did you all get together in the first place? And they began to think about that. They began to talk. They began to tell stories. They began to laugh. And the next thing I knew, they were walking out of the room, hand in hand, talking about how they wanted to recreate that spirit and that practice that they had, that they loved so much. And they didn't even say thank you. And in that moment, I realized this was as good as it gets for a mediator. It's not about a thank you. It's not about my status. It's about them. And they're coming to their own resolution. It's not about me trying to control an agenda. My job is to open up a place where they can have the kind of conversation where they can get to a good place together. This is my understanding of the role that allows me to have a sense of well-being in the midst of this hard work of conflict transformation.